How is it going, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the very first episode of a brand new series I like to call Who Needs Pace. Basically, the premise of this series is I take a striker, preferably an informed striker, anyone under 75 pace, like I said, preferably informed. Maybe in the future we might delve into some golds and some silvers, but for the time being, informed golds. Like you see on the screen in Bas Dost. Around him, I've built a team, I think is fairly good. A few silvers in there. The defence, other than Vincent Kompany, on overall stats aren't very good, but Ryan Donk that I paired him up with at the back is very good, and that partnership, if you can put it into a team, I do recommend so. So basically, guys, we're just going to be playing a couple matches, a couple online single matches, going through and just seeing how well Bas Dost actually plays, and we'll then at the end of it we'll make a final decision as to whether he does need pace or not. So that's basically what it is, guys. We'll play a couple games every episode, and at the end of the episode we will just I'll discuss the pros and cons of him having low pace, whether it can, sometimes having low pace it just means you've got better strength, or maybe your heading is improved, or pros and cons basically. But anyway, the team around him, we've got Tim Krul in goal, bought for 600 coins. Richie Delat, 4,900. Vincent Kompany, 18,000. Ryan Donk, 1,500. Williams, 2,500. Kevin De Bruyne, the man of the match, orange Fanta card, 823,000 coins. Very much not worth it. Probably actually one of the worst players on this team, in my opinion. Adam Meyer, 78,500. Nowhere near, he's nowhere near worth double of Wesley Sneijder, who I bought for 39,500. There's 9 overall stats in between the players. Adam Meyer being a 77 and Wesley Sneijder being an 86. Ivan Perisic on the right forwards position, linking up with Bas Dost via club. Memphis Depay on the left wing via nation, and then obviously the main man Bas Dost up front. Perisic I bought for 40,000, Memphis Depay for 47,500, and Bas Dost was, I believe, the cheapest in form at 12,750. We're just going to jump straight into the first game here. The opponent we played was called Ragged Rutten. This actually was meant to be a live com, but I'm afraid both the camera and the live com audio both became corrupt. I actually don't have any clue why. It just has done. First team, all Spanish team, well, all Spanish league team, Iniesta, Modric and Kroos. This game I felt I was very comfortable in. Bas Dost, you see him get on the ball a few times. From first impression, it's more he's just there as a target man. If you like to pump the ball upfield, he will be there. He will win the header for a flick on. Anything there. Look, as you see, Ryan Donk makes a tackle. Bit of a throwback there to his FIFA 12 Club Bruges, absolute beast in the Belgian Pro League silver team, and he does that a few times in this game. Going through the players, obviously you can't really go wrong with Tim Krul. Richie Delat, silver. He's not brilliant. I wouldn't recommend him if I'm being perfectly honest. 4,900 for him, just not good enough. As you see, Memphis Depay just absolutely run through the whole team and finish it to make it 1-0. Vincent Kompany, like I said, can't go wrong. Ryan Donk, if you did play FIFA 12 and you did ever build a Belgian Pro League silver team, you would understand how much of the beast he is and how much it will bring back memories if you put him in your team. Very much a great partnership I recommend if you can get Kompany and Donk in the same team. Yetro Williams at left back spot, can't go wrong. He's got 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot for a left back. I think he's only one of maybe 3 or 4 full-backs in the game that has 4-star skills. Kevin De Bruyne, 823,000 for him. Nowhere near worth it. I thought he was, like I said, probably one of the worst players on the pitch at any one time. Adam Meyer, 4-star skills. I believe he's got 4-star weak foot as well, but he's very small, very easy to be barged off of the ball, and it's just not worth 80,000 in my opinion. Whereas Wesley Sneijder is worth 500,000. If you can get Wesley Sneijder in your team for 40,000 coins, if you have 40,000 coins and you can fit him with any sort of Dutch link, I do recommend so, because he really does just play the ball, ping it around. He's the main man in a team if you can get him in there. Bas Dost on the screen. Anyone that comes up against him with a little bit of pace, his strength just goes out of the window, because if you like to play with Kyle Walker on this game, you know that you could have Didier Drogba up front, but because Walker has got so much pace, Drogba has one touch and Walker's back in there. Following on for the rest of the team, Ivan Perisic, he's 6'1", 6'2", I believe, and he's not bad. He's just I don't know. He just feels really quite sluggish and a little bit like Bas Dost. His touch isn't always the best. Memphis Depay, on the other hand, is probably one of the best left wingers you could probably get for under 100,000 coins on this game. Although the downside of it is he does play for PSV at the moment. Maybe if he does, like in real life, is suspected to go to Man United, he might be worth a little bit more, and he might fit into a couple more teams a little bit better. Like you see on the screen, Bas Dost, he's just actually scored his first goal for the club, and it actually was a screamer. So if you can get him into those positions, then he will. He's quite clinical. It's just like I said, getting him into those positions is a struggle. We won that game 2-1. Like I said, it was fairly easy. I was kind of worried at the start of the game because my middle three, they're all quite attacking, really. I mean, De Bruyne is usually a centre attacking mid, as is Maya and as is Sneijder. So I was kind of worried about maybe conceding, because we did have, obviously we had 4 players at the back, even if those 3 went forward. But the left backs were the left and right back were quite attacking, and Ryan Donk is, he's still a 74 rated player. As much as he is an absolute favourite of mine, just for nostalgic reasons, he isn't statted well to deal with most players that come at him, like you see on the screen: Lewandowski, Robben and Ribery. So I did have a couple more struggles during the game in this particular one. Kevin De Bruyne, like I said, you saw him there, just lose the ball straight away. Bas Dost, he wins a corner. He can, with a fake shot, every now and again, you can buy himself some space and you can shoot, and you've got more of a chance of scoring like that. But you won't be able to run through a team like you would be able to do with maybe an Aguero or even a Diego Costa with sort of 80 pace and a little bit of strength. You just can't do it. You can see on the screen me diving in. This guy really should have won the game. It eventually went to penalties. He had so many shots. I'm honestly lost for words how he didn't score. We did take the lead with Bas Dost. That is what he gives you. He gives you the striking power, and he gives you the physical aerial battle presence that a 6'5" striker would you would expect to have. Like I said earlier, diving in. I don't know what it was this game. Just Iron Robben just absolutely mullered me. He should have, like I said, he should have been 5-1 up at that point. But he does make it 1-1. Our luck came to an end there. And then straight after, immediately, basically, I think it's maybe 10 in-game minutes. We then do exactly the same again. We dive in with, I believe it's Donk, actually. And it gets nowhere near the ball. And Robben just runs through the defence. And then there you go, makes it 2-1. But, alas, from kickoff, Adam Maya, like I said, he's not a brilliant player, but he found himself in the right position at this point. You'll see in a second. Great finish from him. Bas Dost, when he has the ball at his feet, it is hard to get him off it. But that's when he stood still, like stationary. If you pass the ball into him and you hold L2, or I believe it's LT, I don't know what it is on Xbox, but if you hold L2 on PS4 and you hold the ball with him, it's very difficult for an opponent to grab the ball off of him. But then when you start to run with the ball, his touch is not good enough, and it's not close enough to actually hold left bumper or L2 and keep possession of the ball while running. Like like a Memphis Depay would be able to, because he's got such close control. And if you've played with Messi on this game, you understand where I come from. That, you know, it's sort of like glued to the foot. So my overall thoughts really are: Bastos worth 12,000? Yes. Does he need pace? Yes. I think if he had maybe 75 to 80 pace, he would be an outstanding striker, and he'd probably play as well as someone like Diego Costa's normal card would. But as a final conclusion, you see on the screen he's got 11 games there. It's not PlayStation 4 is doing this weird glitch where it gives you other old owners' records. I actually only played 2 games with him and he scored 2 goals. So his strike rate is not bad. It's a goal a game. But I was playing online single matches. If you want to play with him in divisions, I maybe don't recommend him, because he's not going to get you a goal a game in sort of Division 3 and upwards. But like I said, cost-wise, he's very good. If you want someone to maybe pair up with, I don't know who would be good in the Bundesliga. Maybe if you want to play Andre Schürrle as a striker up front with him, and just use him as a target man to nod it on, because Schürrle is a very good player in the Bundesliga, played either at left wing or up front as a striker. But that's basically it, guys. Final conclusion: Dost does need pace. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.